Yeah. Fucking late. I'm late for a very important date. I really don't think I'm late. Well, I don't think nobody gives a fuck. Steve Thompson. 808 Kevin. Hello. How about it? Hope everybody's doing all right. I'm sick of this shit. Y'all sick of this shit yet? Because I'm fucking sick of it. Ray John, what's good? Rudy Flores, what's up, man? Long time no see. Bob Shorkey. Yeah, man, this shit's getting old for the birds. Hope everybody out there is doing blessed. I know I am. Rocking old school today. Got that Whiz-Mag. Yeah, buddy. Prestige RDA sitting up top. It's a pretty interesting little single coil RDA. Very reminiscent of the Haku Vena. Bob Sharkey says he's happy. He has toilet papers. Yeah, I've been busy with the kiddos. Took Eric Buss's advice to not be on the phone too much. Yeah. James Young, what's good, man? Well, over here, man, we just been full lockdown mode. We ain't been doing a damn thing. Been sitting here knocking some shit out with China, but that's like slow going right now, it seems, man. Over here, I'm just knocking it out faster than they can get it out, and that's rare. Diggy, I'm blessed. How about yourself, man? Saying school today in the state of Texas was canceled for the rest of the year. That includes continued education, private schools, junior colleges, universities. All of it's canceled. That's strange, man. That's really odd. At the same time, our government wants to open up Texas as well for to-go businesses and such, and I think that's a foolish move to do, because what you've done now is you've eliminated the potential for this virus to be spread through the children by keeping them home and not being at school. But what you've done as well is you get these kids at home with these parents at work to where they could potentially bring it home to their children. Doesn't make any sense. Sinbad. Yes, that's what they motherfuckers been calling me, Sinbad. Oh, Stephen Romine got a little upset because I said there's a picture of that Exotic Joe guy with Donald Trump's face on it. I said, shit, that kind of looks like Miner, like an older Miner. Brian, how are you, sir? Hope you're blessed. Ashley Davis Brown. Hello. Soloja said, do I put a lot of e-juice in it or just drip it on the cotton? I typically squonk with the profile, but if you decide to drip it, you're going to want to put a lot of e-liquid on there. Let that cotton get really good and saturated. And as you need, just continue to drip right on top of the mesh and you'll be good to go. Yeah, can't stay at home and go broke. Understand that. Yeah, James Young, I agree. They did say that, it's going to be curbside only, but that's still the interaction of the people, like that just, there's too many risks involved there. I think if we really want to get past this and we really want to move forward, We need to enact like other third world countries have, the Philippines, China, complete lockdown, complete quarantines. Like that has to happen. And their numbers were not great numbers in China. You know, they had a lot of people that died from this. But on the plus side of it, the Chinese people live in a dictatorship where the dictator locks down the country. And if you don't obey by them rules, man, you're over with. And with them being so strict on that, that allowed the country as a whole over there to move forward with this instead of being a continuation deal. So Zachary Harris says, I got to get my money. Can't wait on no stimulus check. Zachary Harris, I promise you, I ain't getting no stimulus check. You know, and to those that did not receive a stimulus check for whatever reasons, consider it a blessing that you did not. You know, somebody out there really needed that, and really, there's probably some people that didn't need it that did receive it. And just consider it like, you know, you're doing your good deeds for society. You know, I'm rather fortunate that me and my family were not in a position to even qualify to receive the stimulus check. I'm very thankful for that. Mixed up, my Friday's going pretty good, man. It really is. It's been a real gloomy day outside, kind of misting on and off. Real gloomy, we're locked in the house type situation. But we make the best of it. You know, we do the very best that we can. I wish I was being more creative with my time. I see that the longer that I'm sitting here, man, like the creative juices are not running out. There's just nowhere to be creative with. Like I can continue to spit ideas out left and right. Shit, China's like, man, look, you got to slow the fuck down. You can't take all it in at one time. So it's been really odd, but we're making it. You know, my big concern is how's y'all's Friday? How have y'all been holding up? Like I know that I'm okay. I'm worried about y'all, making sure everybody out there is doing good and in the right state of mind and not letting depression get the best of them. You know, when you have days like today in East Texas where it's gloomy weather, not very hot out, locked in the house, it's a gloomy type of day, you know, and you kind of get them to slumps a little bit. Somebody said they have a lot of people getting checks, but a lot of it's going to bills. You know, that's good. Cool Image says he has to pee and wondering where his tracking is at. Sir, your tracking has not been generated yet. Your tracking will be generated tomorrow. Solajod Kicks says, I vape my profile on 30 watts. That's a good power range to vape it on, especially the OGs, right at 30 watts, 35 watts, where my sweet spot is. It's a good one. Yeah, absolutely, Melissa. That's the bottom line right there. The fact that people that need it do have the money to go to their bills, and they still may be coming up short. You know what I mean? But it is something, and it's imperative that we help those that need it. What chaps my ass is you see pictures of Walmart stocked up on 65, 70-inch TVs. Man, what the fuck's Walmart doing selling TVs anyway? Walmart needs to be selling food, toilet paper, and water. That's it. There's other shit's non-essential. You know, soap and shampoo and stuff, that's essential. But there's a lot of things that Walmart sells that is not essential, but they continue to sell anyway. And there's a lot of places that are like that right now. Yeah. Reality is setting in for a lot of people. You know, that what I really feel for is the small businesses that applied for the payroll protection program to small business assistance, SBA, PPP. You've seen those flying around Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter today. What that is that's the small business assistance program and the payroll protection program. The funding's already gone. $346 billion is already gone. And people were really upset about that. Like, hey, I filled mine out the day that it was available, and we still haven't heard nothing back. You got to understand that they're loaning that money to banks, and banks are then going through the applications. And the way they're assessing who gets that funding and who doesn't receive the funding is if you have a good standing bank that's not like a regional bank. Your regional banks are probably not going to be participating or be that high up the ladder to be able to do something about it. You're talking companies that have, multi-million-dollar loans with banks. They're going to be priority number one because the bank does not want them to default on their loans. Nobody wins at that. So the major corporations that have, 20 retail stores, 50 retail stores, a couple hundred employees, maybe 1,000 employees, those are priority number one in the bank's eyes and the government's eyes. And somebody says, well, 20 retail locations, that's not a small business. That should be an eye-opener for you. That shows you that your definition of small and our government's definition of small are two different things. You may think that, hey, I'm a small guy because I only have one shop. Well, the government looks at those companies that only have 20 retail locations as small guys. Whenever we're talking, $100 million companies, that's small in the United States government's eyes. That's not a major corporation. That is a small company. Yeah, and I see a lot of people upset about that. Those that did receive those checks that went and bought TVs and whatnot. Man, you don't concern yourself with what others done with their money. It's their money, they got it, and they're free to choose and do whatever the fuck they want to with it. Ultimately, they're the ones that have to live with that decision. The part that really aggravates me, though, that gets me a little bit is, yes, they may have done that, is do we have to bail them out again? Do we have to save them again? That's where it starts to bug me a little bit because I really don't feel the need that we should have to save anybody's ass like that. We need to see verification of what they applied the funds to. The big banks are the problem. They don't want to loan to the little guys. Well, the little guys have little loans. So if the little loans default, it's not that bad. If the big loans default, that's when it gets bad. Those same companies, those same banks that are giving the loans to the bigger guys, think of all the employees that those companies have. Those employees may be doing banking business with where they cash the checks from those companies. So that's how they look at that a little bit. When you get your check, if it says Wells Fargo, shit, you want to go cash it at Wells Fargo. While you're at Wells Fargo, you probably open up a bank account. They probably tried to get you to open up a bank account while you're there cashing a check from Wells Fargo. Not all instances are like that, but most of them are. So that's why the big banks want to loan to those bigger companies. Again, to us, they're big, but in the government's eyes, they're small. How about it, Cloud Chaser? Oh, yeah, man. To go over there and show Thesis what's up. Let them know happy birthday. Hope everybody got their packages, the little Patreon rights to purchase deal. I don't know. He's really about all the technicality bullshit over it. And look, I'm telling you, I don't give a fuck about the technicalities of shit. All right? Just don't. Patreon can kiss my hairy ass as far as I'm concerned. What I do with what, to whom I sell it to, or what I don't sell it to, if I give away this, give away that, I don't give a damn. But then again, I don't have as many Patreons as old Thesis does, but I do hope everybody enjoyed the little packages. I think it was like a 35, a 50, and a 75. Nice little chunk of change dropped over there for the man's birthday. Happy late birthday. Mixed up said, sad to say, Christmas is only 8 months away. Yeah, Christmas is only 8 months away. Dave Satek, what's good, man? Oh yeah, Roger, man. That was it's one of those things, man. You know that I know. Like I'd seen a lady had actually won, but she wasn't in a position to be able to pay the purchase price of that tier package that he was doing on. You know, it set in on me like, you know what, man, fuck that. We're gonna take care of that. You know, and I can't do it for everybody, but you know, I do it when I can. That's just giving back. And now is not the time for me to be giving back, you know. But it's one of those situations where it was there. We did that, you know. No sleep lost on that. Actually, you sleep better doing that. I sleep better doing that. It wasn't asked of. It was something I chose to do and just did it out of randomness. Bob Shorty says, Wells Fargo, illegal criminal enterprise. Yeah, fuck Wells Fargo. I ordered a topside SQ a couple days ago. That's what's up, man. I enjoy the topside SQ a lot. Melissa, that's an unfortunate situation. You're going to see a lot of that. Governors trying to roll in shit due to this or due to that. At the end of the day, you got to look at it like this. Oh, forgive me. If that bastard has not imposed a full-fledged fucking curfew and mandated mask when you are outside your residence, he don't give a damn about his people. He's just about the money. I know a lot of people don't like to be told when they can and cannot do something or leave their home or that they have to wear a mask. And before we go any further, if you need masks, we have some masks. And the way I'm going to do this is if you need them, holler at me. But those that help me, whenever I sent masks to China, they get priority with me getting the mask, if that makes any sense. Because I put up a post back when China was going through this real heavy, just asking people to, hey, look, this is my PayPal, drop a little bit of coin. Whatever coin you drop, I'm going to go out and buy a mask, and we're going to send them to China to help our neighbors and brothers overseas a little bit. A lot of people came through, and we made that happen. There's screenshots of the receipts, the shipping cost, everything. Of course, me and my family, we donated as well. And when now masks are kind of hard to come by, they're kind of pricey. So China made sure that I was plenty taken care of with the mask. I wish I could say I had enough for everybody. I do not. I will not be selling the mask. But if you need the mask, get at me on Facebook, get at me on Instagram. Priority to those who chipped in when it was time to help somebody else out. And they did it without ever expecting anything in return. Well, this is just China repaying the favor and giving it back. You know? Coil Image says, when I found out about it, I was denied then, sir. I'm sorry, Coil Image. It's probably because we had already, we'd either already shut down the link for PayPal and the collection that we had going, or two, we'd already purchased a mask and already had them en route. But yes, anybody that needs masks, just let me know. I would ask, maybe shipping or something. Probably have you cover shipping. I am doing shipping from home, so it's going to be priority. Flat rate envelopes or boxes. Just makes it easy for me, and I ain't got to get out. We do have a few masks, though. We do. And we also have some specific requests that came in for those disposable masks where they're not N95 rated, but certain jobs are asking for that instead of the N95 mask due to like breathing restrictions and so forth, like not being able to breathe as easily with the N95 mask on. Well, Jimmy, you know, if you wanted masks, brother, I'd shoot you some masks. That's just point blank. Like, you good people, Jimmy. I'd make sure you had your mask if you need it. But let that be known. If you or somebody you know or you work with needs a mask or something, man, just drop me a message. We'll get them out to you. I promise. And thank you again to all those last month or maybe the month before even that chipped in to make sure we got those masks sent out to China. I appreciate you, and this giving you the mask back and giving masks back to you in this time is just a token of appreciation from the Chinese counterparts that I have, which are solid businessmen, and I'm ever thankful that I have those relationships that we have. I'm not, like I said, I'm not selling you a damn thing. That's not in my nature. I know a lot of people are out selling masks right now. I've seen Facebook posts left and right. If they say, "Oh, the mask only cost me $2," they're full of shit. I'll tell you right now, they ain't costing them $2 damn. There's some bitch making some money somewhere. And that's the kind of shit that really pisses me off. You see a lot of people's true colors. You think I don't realize what their masks cost? Some of the people out there that you put that post up, hey, if you need masks, I'm not making anything. Just give me $2 on them. That's what I got in them. You can't hustle a hustler, man. And them bastards know who they are. I could drop names all day, but that ain't worth the time of day. You know, like I can't knock them for trying to get some money, you know, but at the end of the day, this is not the time to capitalize on that, especially when it comes to something that's mass. They're dirt cheap, super cheap to have manufactured and shipped and wholesale accounts. Some of those numbers make me fucking sick. And I think it's a cowardly ass move to take advantage of your fellow American, and especially on these vape pages, man, these vape forums and groups, your fellow community members, to take advantage of them for profit over a fucking mask. You're not even selling vape stuff, man. You're selling paper masks, and you're trying to make $1 on them, man. You're a coward. Boxcar Rick, here's a sealed pack of those masks. Get in focus here. I can tell you that those masks have been sterilized before packaging, after packaging, and after transit. These have been sterilized. I promise you, I've done it myself. I don't know if you can see that boxcar. I'm trying to keep it in focus best I can, which ain't very fucking good, it looks like. And then you take this little air section and you take it out. And just take that little mask, open it up over your ear, over your mouth, stretch it on your ear. It does have a very snug fit to it. Of course, if you're bearded, a mask really does you no fucking good, but there you can kind of see how they fit. If those of you that were interested, yes, Vapor DNA does have them on their website. Just like so. Boxcar Rick, I hope you get a good see of what they look like, how they fit. and that's the mask. I see what he said there. They were like $56 for a box of 50 or something like that. For the sake of business, I'm not going to disclose what this costs, but I will tell you that, if you know somebody that needs some masks or something, like, hey, get at me. We'll make it happen. Again, priority to those who did their part when asked, not expecting anything in return, just to give out and give something back to our Chinese brothers, man. This is their token of appreciation, my token of appreciation. No worries, Boxcar. No worries at all, man. Hope that was of some help to you in reference if you decide to purchase a box, go off that basis. Hey, you can tell them, hey, Mr.JustRight1 sent me. Show me what the mask looks like. Yeah, Brian, I did see that. And I think every damn governor should do the exact same. If you are out of your residence, you should have a mask on your face, period. Some kind of covering of your mouth and nose. Why? Because the government has to foot the bill when they got to bury your ass or cremate you. I can't find much sanitizer, says it's Amber. Get at me. I also have a connection for sanitizer. If that's something that you guys would need, let me know. I will not sell it to you, but what I can do is either one, I can get it at a very, very, very discounted rate, like super discounted rate, and pass that on to you at my cost. I won't be making one damn dime off of you. I just don't have a connection that has sent that to me yet. If there was one that does come through, I'll pass the word and let you know. But if you need sanitizer, if you need masks, just let me know. I'll get them for you. I promise you. Well, I'm not going to make one damn dime on you. The masks that I have on me currently, I'll ship those out for cost of shipping. If I need to get more, I'll show you the invoice when I pay for them, exactly what I paid for them. Bob Shorkey says tomorrow you're required to in Dallas County. Yep. Like I said, man, all you got to do is drop me a message. Do it on Facebook, do it on Instagram, drop me a personal message, and I'll make sure we can get them arranged for you, all right? Same with hand sanitizer. I have the connections for hand sanitizer. I just haven't had any sent to me as of yet. But if you need it, let me know. I'll make sure you have a way to get it. Don't let that be something that you can't do without or whatever because you can't find it. I got the connections for it. We'll make that happen. OD Rip, yes, sir. Staying healthy, staying safe. That's my number one priority right now for the well-being of me and mine, is ensuring that none of us get sick, get ill. A lot of people depend on me and count on me when it comes to my household and my children. It's imperative that I keep myself healthy, and that means locking these damn doors and forbidding anybody to come onto the property, then so be it. I have no problem with that. ID Voca, even though you're in Dubai, man, I have no problem shipping to Dubai. If you need mask, let me know. I'll make sure to get them your way, brother. I do have 55-gallon drums. They actually come in 55-gallon, not 50-gallon drums, coil image of lube. Yes, the missus can attest to that. Bob Short, if you need gloves, I have the connection for gloves as well. I'll make that happen. Anything you need, really, like for your personal health and safety right now, don't let it be because, it costs a lot here in the States. Don't worry about that. The prices are a whole lot cheaper when you go elsewhere. That's the same shit, same certification, same passing, same ratings. Got the certificates to prove it. For those that are required with their jobs to have the certification that proves that the masks are what meet the requirements. And one good way to tell is the numbers that are stamped on them. All those numbers are traceable numbers. Even if they're in Chinese or Russian or whatever, they should be in 3 different languages, and you can actually trace those numbers back. CDC has a reference chart showing which numbers correlate with which manufacturers and what each product is supposed to look like. So don't fall for that sucker shit where somebody had something stamped or screen printed to make it look like it was something that it was not. Rajan, I think you're in the UK, man. If you are, let me know. I can actually put a shipment into the UK. I got something going out to the UK, and then have you correlate shipping with him from that area if that works for you. Yeah, Amber, again, we can't lose sleep over the way other people are conducting business and what they decide to do in these trying times. That's a reflection of who they are as a human being, you know? To take advantage of your fellow human, mankind in general, to take advantage of others in trying times, man, that's a coward's move. That's a sucker's move in my book. And just remember that when this all passes and we go back to things being normal again, that so-and-so was out there pulling sucker moves and there was other people out there that was pulling solid moves, you know, to make sure everybody was good. A lot of people don't understand that mindset, but that's something you need to burn in your head. And when you see those people doing that, just remember those same people, because there's going to be a point in time when all this is behind us and those certain people are going to be in the need and be in a time of desperation. And I probably won't turn my nose up to them because it's not in me to do that. But if you choose to do so, hell, I won't blame you for doing so. Renee Diaz, what's up? Hope you're well. Yeah, Rajan, hit me up, man. Like I said, I have a package going out to the UK. I think it's heading out Monday via FedEx, so it'll be there next day. And then you can coordinate shipping from that location to wherever you need. Oh, yeah, Jimmy James. Damn, big kudos. All the breweries making the hand sanitizer for firefighters up in Canada, first responders. That's what's up. I respect the hell out of that. All is well in Arkansas. OD Rip, anywhere that has the Homage in stock or the Unity in stock. There's two different tanks. If it's the Homage, Element Vape has them. You should be able to get them through Element Vape. If you're having an issue getting them through Element Vape, let me know and I'll make sure that Element has them on hand. Oh, I look a million times better in a mask. I ain't gonna lie to you. I prefer a ski mask, but either way. OD Rip, yeah. Element Vape should have them both in stock. If not, let me know. I'll make sure they get a restock ASAP. I gotta say, man, revisiting this Wismec piece out here, I'm impressed with it. It's a little banger. Aesthetically, for the money, get that focus, you bastard. Bam. I think it looks pretty damn good. Of course, got that Ohmworks in there, baby. You know, I see a lot of people talking shit on Ohmwork batteries. And that's the only damn battery I've been using for a very, very long time, and I ain't ever had an issue with them. Damn, Melissa, I hate to hear that. Sad reality is, though, if we don't pull our head out of our asses and take our time opening this country back up, we're going to be seeing a lot more people pass away from this COVID-19. You know, everybody's talking about, oh, the numbers are great. The incline's kind of peaked off, it's leveled off. Man, you cannot rush out of something like this. You know, it took time to get here. It's going to take time to run its course, and it's going to take time to pass on as well. The only thing we can do is to remain vigilant with it. Stay indoors, man. Shit, there's not that much going on out there in this world. Trust me, I know it starts to suck being in your house all damn day. But if I can get through it, I know you can get through it. Shit, my mind never stops. But I'm smart enough to know that, hey, I need to stay my ass put so I don't get sick. Chris Lopez. Yeah, Steve Meladondo, I seen that. Florida's opening up the damn beaches, man. That's a stupid ass governor down there. And I typically don't talk politics, man. But I can tell you right now, it shows you which ones are out for the money. He needs that tourism money coming into Florida. That's what he wants. Don't do shit to stop drug importation, gang violence, a lot of sexual trafficking down in the Florida region, human trafficking in the Florida region. Don't give two shits about none of that, but wants to open up the fucking borders to get tourism money back in. Fuck that. Oh, what RDA is this? Excuse me for 1 second. I have to take this call. Just bear with me 1 second, guys. Sorry about that, guys. That was actually one of my Chinese counterparts asking me to help get a package of masks and other accessories transported from one location to another, but the logistics are all screwed up. That's what it takes, man. You know, a lot of people need to be able to do that, and I'm blessed to be in that position to have. That guy can call anybody in the country he wants right now. He has thousands of contacts in the United States. But of all them people, he chose to contact me to help get that package from one location to another. I respect the shit out of that. Rajan says he had just finally, he's telling ID that he just got the clutch, RDA for vaping, and Axial Pro, but nothing since then. How about you? Rajan, can I ask you, of the three that you have, of the two that you have, the RDA for vaping and Axial Pro, which one would you go for? Oh, yes, Brian Sellers. My apology. Before we left, you did ask me what RDA is that. That RDA right there is called the Prestige RDA by Prestige Designs. It's a very interesting little piece. Let's see if we can get some focus on that. It's very reminiscent of a Haku type lineup where the Haku airflow comes in and kind of angles at a side. This one just shoots straight down, really slanted, high intake up top, disperses really far down low. Simple build deck. Nothing fancy about it. I enjoy it though. It's a very decent vape. Dave Satek says he has both. He prefers an RDA for vaping. Rajan says he's ashamed to say he hasn't tried either. Melissa Simmons asked me what's my take on the .aio. Everyone is showing off. The .aio is a very important piece. I personally have never used one, but I've owned a few the first one I ever owned was sent to Miss Amy Relish as a Christmas gift. We were both at the booth in the UK for the special edition where they kind of teased it before it had been released. And she's like, I got to have it. And I told her, I said, look, no worries. We'll get back to the state when it releases. I'll make sure you get it. Sure as shit, when it released, I made sure she got it. It's like the beginner's billet box. And I think it has a very important role in vaping right now, especially with the market being really billet box heavy. That's a market share that we've seen get really a lot of domination on right now, as well as you're seeing a lot of burrow devices right now. Like this one here. This is a BMM stash box collab with Wicked, whatever you want to call it. It's a stash box. It's 18650 DNA 75C. Does take the burrow device. Don't focus on me. Focus on the mod. Don't focus on me. Focus on the mod. Fucking camera. Always got to sit down there and click and turn autofocus off. Bam. Pretty neat little device. Has an adjustable 510 in it. These things are really hot right now. But that's a market share that is doing a lot all over. It's the burrow device. Man, it's a market share that has to be given acknowledgement. It is just about, billet box is just about single-handedly took over every damn market share out there right now. So kudos to those out there rocking it. If you get yourself a .aio, it might be right up your alley. It's not for everybody, but it is for somebody. Chappie, what's good? Cop TRZ Ricky. Nah, man, you ain't getting no shit for that, man. Vandy Vape Mesh too. Look, at the end of the day, if you like whatever the hell you're vaping on, that's all that matters. Shit, what everybody else thinks of it is none of their damn concern. You're the one that had to pay for it. If you enjoy it, that's what it was meant to do. It's designed for you to enjoy. You're the one that purchased it. Shit, enjoy it, rock it. I don't hold judgment to any damn body. Every time I see somebody rocking a Kylan M or a Vandy Vape Mesh RDA or Geek Vape Mesh RTA, all those guys, man, anybody rocking that deck, that's a compliment. I take that with great. I'm very proud to see that shit. Know that, like it does something for myself to see that and know that, to know those big manufacturers, the very best engineers, they got a table full of engineers, and the very best they could bring to the table was a direct copy of Wodafo Mr.JustRight 1. And I don't have any ill will or harm or negative things to say about any of them. I'm glad they copied it. It solidified that style of deck and application of mesh for many years to come, man. The profile deck is now considered the profile deck. Like when you see that everybody else profile style deck, profile deck, profile deck, what more could a man ask for? I don't give a damn what company's using it. Steve Maladano says it's pretty good. It's pretty great that you paved the path for mesh products. It's more than great. It's a hell of an honor. You know, this is a community and industry. The industry side, I really don't give a shit about. I still don't give a shit about it. The community side of it, though, is something I'm really, really passionate about, and I love the community. And it's like a donation back to the community, what I could give back to the community. And that design and being implemented and bringing about ease of use of mesh for many, many years to come. Hell, yeah, I'm proud of that, man. Damn proud of it. OD Rip, just the profile RDA has the upgrade to 1.5. I can tell you without a doubt that the profile name will go on. The profile brand as a self will go on. Had some deep conversations with my counterparts in China. And I can tell you this. The profile is not dead. That name is something that's going to be like the Rouleau was. That Rouleau brand for Wismac. That's like the face name for Wodafone right now, and will be for a very, very long time. The agreements have been reached. The inks have dried, and the wire transfers are initiated. So just know that, like, the profile name ain't going nowhere. We got a lot of heat coming for you guys, and something I'm proud of. You know, not something I had my mindset on doing. You know, I was very adamant on wanting to implement the changes in certain market shares and then move forward. Of course, the Chinese New Year kicked off, fucked up a whole bunch of stuff, and then this coronavirus kicked off afterwards and was really threw a monkey wrench in some things. And one has to have the ability to change and adapt to overcome. Not that I was in jeopardy or leery or worry about my future and the well-being of me and mine, and financial securities for the children. And I expressed this to China when we sat down to talk about these and reach these agreements, was that I didn't want them to think that just because this coronavirus had kicked off that I was going to sell myself short with the profile brand and name. No, I'm not. Know that brand and that name comes with a very, very, very hefty price tag, and it's not something that is cheap. I don't want to be like others in the industry where they don't do anything at all and then just occasionally kick out a product and do another video or something. I would love to be doing more videos for you. The fact is, I don't have much to review for you right now. But as it comes in, I'll be doing the reviews and kicking them back up and get things rolling back again. But I made it very clear to them that I wasn't going to sell myself short by any means. But I can assure you that the profile brand, remember that, the profile brand itself is going to continue to carry on. Gold Image says, I did say a while back 5, but he calls bullshit. Call it what you want to call it. You can call it bullshit. You can call it whatever one chooses to call it. I call it building on the brand. You know, some people are fortunate enough to be in that position. There's many people out there that have released many, many products that unfortunately were not able to build a brand off of it. Maybe that wasn't their goal. That was never my intention, to build a brand off of the profile name. But to sit down and look at the numbers, the analytics behind the name was something that I had to do. I still have a mindset of doing the 5 projects that I had initially set out to do and moving forward. Does that say that anything that carries a profile name gets my stamp of approval? I have some controlling power over that. Not total, but I have a majority controlling power of what gets the profile name and what does not. and most of it will be ran by me with refinements, design, implementation by me. And it may be pulling in others as well, other future product designers, up and coming product designers, new designers, and helping them refine their project to get it worthy of that profile brand. This is a major move for me, man, and I'm very, very proud to do it. Jimmy James asked, "What's my favorite oldest piece of gear that I don't know about?" It's gonna be a tough one, man. Probably my favorite piece of gear, old piece of gear, would be the original Hercules sub-ohm tank, the very first one. I really enjoyed that sub-ohm tank, and the Twisted Triple, the Triple 18650 by Vaping Twisted 420 and Wodafo. That was a banger for me. I love that one a lot. There's a lot of old pieces out there that I really thoroughly enjoyed. The OG Manhattan, I really love that one. It's another banger. The Patriot RDA. Chapman says, "But you wouldn't even look at my design." You asshole. Oh, but Cool Image. It's to call it a royalty deal, I think is a little much. It's just a I don't even know how to properly term that. Like to what to really term it as. It's like licensing agreement. There, that's better. A licensing agreement with the profile brand. And yes, Steve Maldonado, I did read that. I think the Dead Rabbit started off very well, but declined hard. That is something I do not want to happen. And that's why the majority controlling power of what gets the profile brand and what does not, it was something I was very adamant on keeping. So know that is very, very heavy on my heart and mind when I look at the Dead Rabbit, because the Dead Rabbit was one of my favorite RDAs. So I don't want to see that with the name and the brand. I want it to be something that it's worthy of the profile moniker moving forward. I want that to be something that is special. When somebody looks at that and they see that profile and hashtag Mr.JustRight one, that they know it's something that they can try without doubt and know that, hey, this is going to be something interesting. This is going to be something innovative. This is going to be something unique, or this is going to be something enjoyable. I want more than just the vaping excitement. I want something to be an experience when they try it. I want them to have a new, like a overwhelming experience with it, to say, damn, I never experienced nothing like that before. Oh, thank you, Stephen. That's something I will not do, is just push it out the door. Oh, yeah, Atomizer, thank you. You worked hard for this, so if you can do it, anyone else would. Good luck to you, man. Man, it's something that I'm very proud of. And like I said, I won't just slap that name on something and push it out the door. Like there's going to be very, very specific criteria that has to be met. But I do respect the company for reaching out to me and reaching this agreement together prior to this. So, and allowing me to grow like that. This is not something that just happens for everybody. This is not something that just happens for people with big numbers and things like that. Guys, I mean, you're talking somebody with like less than 10,000 subscribers. And again, the numbers, subscription numbers don't mean shit. They don't equal sales. I can promise you that. But it's something I'm very proud of, to know that they consider that input so valuable, to say, hey, look, especially in these trying times, man, like make no mistake about it. China is impacted greatly right now in their economy as well. They're on the bounce back, but they took a really big hit. And for them to propose this and the downtimes that they were having as well, it shows a little bit of trust and a little bit of belief there and a little bit of faith. And I'm very honored and thankful that they chose a profile of Mr. Just Right one to do so. Yeah, Chapman says less than 8K subs. Thank you, sir. Less than 8,000 subs. Yes, correct. And probably dropping as I'm speaking. ID Focus says Dead Rabbit. Wrong. Drop all the way. Look, I take nothing away from my brother, man. TVC. The drop is a very good RDA. It is a pedigree deck in itself. It is. I don't have to say it. You guys know it, man. It is a banger. It has moved. It's moved numbers too. The Dead Rabbit moved numbers. Nobody can deny those. The Goon. Nobody can deny that. The Velocity style deck. Nobody can deny the amount of RDAs that implemented that deck style and used that and moved that. There's nobody can take that away from them. None of them. And I tip my hat to those guys, man. It's an honor to be mentioned amongst those guys. In my eyes, it is. To you, you may not give a shit, but for me, it means everything to me because those are guys that I look up to and still look up to, and their implementation of their business structure and how they operate and how they move and the way they think and their creative minds. I respect the hell out of it. Absolutely, Melissa. Have a blessed one. Oh, I just seen Scuba Steve in here. Where'd he go? I'm gonna go back up and find Scuba Steve. I can call him as long as he's ever been able to type in here. Oh, Scuba Steve said it's a lot higher than me. It's all good. Yeah, ID Voca 3 years ago, that was the big debate, drop or Dead Rabbit. And those that chose Dead Rabbit honestly know what they're talking about when it comes to good flavor and good vaping experience from an RDA. Nothing against those that chose to drop, but we clearly see who understands vaping and flavor and so forth. Free Max Mesh 2-on coils. No, I do not, but I do know some people that have contacts. I'll reach out and see if I can find some for you, Amber. I'm not sure that I can locate them, but I will do my very best as well. Only Dems use a Dead Rabbit, says Cole Image. And ID Voca picked up. ID Voca knows I'm not. It ain't a drop Dead Rabbit thing with me, man. I just find it humorous. I got to give him shit because I know he loves to drop. Amber, I have some contacts direct with China. I'll make sure that I get to look at. Thank you, Chapman. I appreciate that, sir. Timing out old Coil Image for nothing again. Spoke too soon, did you, Jimmy? Lopez thinks that shit's funny too. Scuba Steve, if you're still here, I don't know if you're still here. Well, what did you think of the profile, man? I don't know if you did a video on it yet or not. I wasn't expecting you to do a video on it. I just wanted you to try it, but I'm curious what your overall thoughts were on the profile. Good deal, Scuba. I have to go back and check that out, man. I got plenty of time to now. I promise you. Mad Scientist 304, how are you? We're blessed. You know, that was something I would like to get into and make is a small single coil flavor RDA, like just not a mesh RDA, or maybe utilize mesh, who knows, but a really, really small flavor RDA, like this Prestige right here, or the Haku Vena that everybody went crazy about. And I know people still love the Haku Vena because shit, I had like 8 of them at one time and sold them in like a week. I never vaped a one. Lopez says last year's debate was the profile versus the 502, flavor versus no flavor. Lopez, you're a damn fool. Chris Chapman says the Vena is love. If you say so. If you say so. Have you tried your Prestige, Chapman? I know he has one. Chapman, you asshat. You should try it. Jimmy James said make a 22 millimeter mesh RTA for a SBS. Uh, that's something that's been on my mind too. You know, revisiting the Unity, and do we make it bigger? Or do we make it less? You know, mouth to lung market's really taking over right now. Neo RDA looks exactly like the recurve design. Single, shake my head. Yeah, man, and we you can't knock companies for utilizing good decks, good deck designs. I personally won't ever be pissed off to see a profile deck design being used. I don't know how those other guys feel. They maybe get upset when they see it, or just wish that somebody would tip their hat to them. My thing has always been like I'm not going to bring attention to it. I let the community bring the attention to it. Let the community speak on it, and when the community speaks, the industry listens. Dave Satek says it's good to see the profile brand achieve where it is. Always wanted to see my homie succeed. Been down since day one. Haters gonna hate, but I'm glad it was a success for you, Joel. Thank you, Dave. I appreciate that, man. Uh, I didn't make the profile deck or brand what it is. I didn't make the Just Right brand what it is. That's something the community made, and that's something that Wodafo made. What Waterfall's allowed me to do is continue to feed that brand and establish that brand and grow that brand. And I'm going to capitalize on that opportunity because failure for me to do so would be foolish on my behalf. And it would be cheating the community. If I can keep forward with the same business plan that I had set from day one and continue that all the way through the duration of the agreement period, I see the community getting a lot of good heat out of this and a lot of bangers out of this. And it's something I'm very, very proud to do so. And maybe, like I said, open the door for some new designers, the up and coming designers, the next generation of innovative thinking to bring forward and quality products to the market for the community. It helps them, helps the community. If it helps the community, that's the biggest part. Agreed, Meladondo. I think they should, at least acknowledge where it comes from, but to each their own. Everybody handles situations differently. When you're good, you're good. When you're great, you're great. And you're great. Let the community set them straight. Hey, look, I'm a poet and didn't know it. Well, gentlemen, ladies, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I appreciate each and every single one of you coming in and hanging out. I hope you guys are doing well out there. Know that we're going to get through this. Take your time getting back. Like don't rush this. Let this run its course, and we'll be talking again next Friday, maybe before then. If you guys want me to do it at a different time, a live hangout at a different time, we can do so. If you guys want me to open up the Zoom and go live on YouTube with it at a different time during the day, whatever, y'all let me know, man. I'm here for y'all. This is something that I just enjoy doing with you guys. There's no monetary gain behind it. It's just something I enjoy doing. Actually contemplated on not doing one today, and one of the viewers out there said, man, well, I hope you get it done. I hope you do it. So I did it, Thank you guys again. I'm going to do what I always do at this time, and that is going to be to remind you that if at any given point in time you have ever felt like you are not a somebody, I want you to know that you are a somebody in somebody's eyes, and that somebody is me. I absolutely love each and every one of you. Mr. Just Right One is checking in and checking out at the same damn time. I'm out.